Hello, good evening, and welcome to Ladies in Red. And tonight there's myself and our lovely Pinky back with us again. Thank you so much. And Richard as well. And we're hoping to get another chap in called Matt. Hopefully he will join us. And Amal, we're not quite sure where he's gone, but he might suddenly, well, he's going to watch Traitors later. Pinky, have you heard of our English Traitors?
I've heard about it, but I haven't watched it. I don't have any access to it.
Oh,
So,
okay. It's quite a big thing over here, and I'm not going to lie, I've kind of got into the celebrity one, but that's another story next because we're talking about football. Whoop, whoop. So, anyway, hopefully other people are going to join us. We're just going to review the Leicester game.
mm,
And like I keep banging on about, we're not on Sky, BBC, whoever, our broadcasting platform. Oh, sorry, Amar's going to come with us shortly. Thank you, Emma. We'll see you in a minute, mate. But what was your take, Pinky, on the Leicester game? We come back from international break. We've gone away. Leicester should be a pretty easy pickings. What was your general take on it?
well, initially, when I saw the lineup, I thought we were a bit short of attackers in the subs.
Mhm.
And that worried me a bit because I thought we just came back from international break.
Yeah.
So we can't beat, I know it's Leicester City, but you should never undermine a team to that extent. I was surprised to see Taylor Hines playing on the right in place of Emily Fox. And I thought,
Hmm.
okay, this is this. I was anxious. I'm going to be honest with you because I thought there's too many changes. Kyra Cooney Cross isn't there. It just seemed so. It seemed so makeshift, which was worrying. But and also in the first couple of minutes of the game, it wasn't free flowing. There was a bit of stop and starts, and then until Russo got her goal, I think things started settling in more. I mean, Stina's assist, I don't think was even an assist. I think her touch was just so bad that it just was very fortunate that it landed in front of Russo for her to shoot. And it's such a weird thing because throughout the game, Stina's touch was just her first touch, rather, was just awful. And I don't know, maybe it's a Swedish thing because even on the men's side, Gyökeres's first touch is just not it. Stina and Gyökeres, our two Swedish forwards, their first touch is just not there. Like I don't understand it. But needless to say, we got the first goal, right? And then obviously the own goal came in and credit to the girls, they kept pushing, we kept pushing the momentum forward. But then there was a chance before our third goal where Mariona misses the ball. She can't retain possession of the ball, and the Leicester City player just cuts right through, and she cuts right through along Codina's side of the pitch, and Codina can't keep up with that player. And I'm thinking, okay, well, the player eventually, I think it was Cease. I'm not sure if I
Mm.
pronounce it properly,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he ties it above Van Domsela, and we are safe there. But I'm thinking, oh my word, there's no reason why we should be having that kind of play going through our field like that. And then when it came to the assist, Beth Mead got her assist for Stina for the third one. Great. But again, not the most convincing performance from Beth Mead. There were so many
Mm.
chances that Beth Mead missed as well, which was very frustrating. But at least she got her assist, which is great, right? And then again, the one oh, and there was also that weird mistake that Van Domsela almost
Oh,
cost us.
yes. Yeah. Mm.
Like that was oh my word. I keep calling her Van Dominance, right? I keep calling her Van Dominance. But every single week she just gives me a reason to not call her that or to step back, and it's so
Mm.
frustrating. But she fortunately that didn't lead to a goal. But what did end up leading to a goal is exactly what I mentioned earlier about Laya Kodina not tracking back. If you watch that sequence of play, Emily Fox on the right hand, because she was eventually subbed on, and then Taylor Hines moved to the left, and Katie
Yeah.
McCabe came off. Emily Fox is the furthest behind everybody. So it's It's Emily Fox, Kim Little, and Kim. She's not a defender, right? She's our captain, and she doesn't
Yeah.
have the same
Well, she's
legs.
midfield. Yeah, she's in the
Yeah,
middle. Yeah.
she doesn't have the same legs, right? So I'm not expecting her to chase down this player. This player gets possession of this ball well into our half. She drives forward. Who's the person that's furthest in front? So it's Emily Fox, Kim Little, the player, Catley on the other side, and then Cordina is the furthest up front, up top. But who's the person that gets the closest to the player? It's Emily Fox.
Yes.
Why is it that the person that's furthest behind is the one that's the closest to catch her? And like Cordina, she just puts an arm, and then the player just like takes her arm out. And I'm like, where's the defending? How are you defending by just like touching the player? Like, no, go in for it, go for a tackle, be brave, do something. And yeah, that was so frustrating to
Can
see.
I just say, more important? Yeah, sorry, you've
Yeah,
executed
yeah,
that
yeah.
perfectly. But this is, yeah, who are you going to replace Emily Fox? She, like we talk about, and you, everybody knows how much I love my big Gabby. And all right, slightly different position because
Yeah.
she's a proper defender. No, I shouldn't
Pull
say
back,
proper
yeah, yeah.
defender. Yeah, fullback. But she's a like Saliba. She's a Rolls Royce. She's just there. The engine's purring. She's there.
Yeah.
End of. Yeah, and no. At present, yeah, the likes of Taylor Hines, they can do a shift, and I'm a big fan of hers. Oh, hello, Mark. Hello, hello, hello. Who else we got? Hang on, Squid. All right, Mark. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we're just singing the praises of.
Yeah, yeah. I heard, yeah.
But she's a Rolls, like we talk about Saliba, a Rolls Royce of a player. She
Mm.
just moves along, does her stuff. Yeah, it's poetry in motion,
Yeah.
basically.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this is why we all have a breakdown when she has some sort of injury, like
Hmm.
she did, yeah, before the internationals.
Mm.
And quite rightly, she shouldn't have come on straight away. Yeah, we got through it next, but yeah, beautiful, beautiful
Yeah.
player.
But to be fair to Taylor Hines, right? She's been under the microscope with the controversy with changing countries and all that. And so the fact that she was able to go from left back all the way to right, do a pretty decent job. I wouldn't trust her in that position against like Chelsea and whatnot because
Yeah, no.
we were attacking most of the time as opposed to defending. And there were like one or two moments where I thought she was a bit shaky, but she held her own at least. She held it for the most part. And again, the mistake didn't come from her, it came from Kadena. So and she was back in her natural position. So we can't even blame Hines for that. She had nothing
Can
to
I
do with
just hold my hand up here? I probably jinxed it because I show, and you're going to sing to me again, girl, next. My birthday, I share it with Cody, and I was quite a fan of hers. But I'm going to, in her defense, and they gave her the big number, but there's a but coming. She really hasn't had the game time.
it.
I think the players there, but if you can't, it's like all of them. If
Mm,
they can't get the minutes,
mm.
how can they prove themselves? But
Mm.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
I hear what you're
yeah.
saying. But anyway, I'll tell you what I want to talk about because me and you, Pinky, we've had a little bit. My Stina, she comes good.
Oh,
Play the
yeah.
girl.
She's great. She's great.
She comes good. She comes good. And yes, in the second, oh, right. So sorry, I write notes down because I can't remember, whatever. So we had Brusso in the 7th or 8th minute. There was a discrepancy on that. Then we
Hmm.
got whatever player next,
Hmm.
sorry. And then we had Stina, 36th minute. And I thought, yeah, good old Stina goal. Yeah, she's a proper striker. And then we conceded, which I think, to be fair, we'd have all said it was going to happen. They get a bit lax.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I don't think any of us were surprised. But what and we've seen it before, what I really love, Stina, within the space of whatever minutes it was, and it was very few, boom, well, the 84th minute.
Yeah.
No sooner we conceded, she was in there.
The funniest thing about that goal is that that was from the goal she scored, the third one. She had a few chances, but the hardest chance was the one that she scored. She couldn't. There was a point where she put a shot a bit wide. There was a shot where she skied it. But then the one that was the most challenging to actually chip it over the keeper who was standing tall and then it hitting the roof of the net and getting into the goal. I thought to myself, why was she able to take that shot? But the other chances that she had earlier that were much more like simpler, she couldn't do it. It's so I love Stina, don't get me wrong. She's always gonna be a legend. I know she's your favorite Ange, but she
I know.
confuses me. She absolutely confuses me. Like in the games, even this game, right? This Leicester City game. In the games where you don't expect her um to get much influence in the game is when she gets the most influence. And the games where you think, okay, this is where she's gonna step up, she kind of just fizzles out. Like I
I
can't.
know. I know.
She's so unpredictable like that. I don't understand it. Like I genuinely, but
But
I'm
that's
glad.
kind of exciting, isn't it? Well, no, it's not actually. No,
If we're
shut up,
winning,
Ange.
if we're winning, yes, it's exciting.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
if
I get
not,
that.
I'm frustrated.
Right, so can we just stop? Right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Matt, are you with us?
Yes, I'm with you.
Oh,
I'm a guest. I'm a guest on your show, Ange.
Yes, finally, I am with you.
oh,
Yes, sorry
right.
about
No,
that.
no, not you, Scottish Mark.
Oh,
No,
really
we got
sorry.
a
I
new
thought you said
person,
me.
Matt. Matt's come with us. We had a slight technical hit. Thank you, Matt. Thank you so much. And while I'm talking, who have we got in the chat here? Oh, BX, my lovely BX. Thank you, darling. Yeah, greetings to everyone. Thank you so much. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, this is old school talk next. There's a story to that one. But Matt, we'll come back to you in a minute. So glad you can get on. Yeah, so bottom line, what did we take away from this game? For me, I'm just going to say it was better. Not brilliant, it was better. Matt, what did you take away from that game?
I only caught the highlights. I was busy building the platform, but I noticed
Yeah.
we're quite weak in defence without Leah. We need Leah back in the centre.
100%.
Yep.
100%.
And obviously, I think we need to use Alessia Russo. Probably needs to sit on the defenders, on the shoulder of the defenders more because he sometimes drops deeps and connects play. Other than that, I think just defensively we need to be a bit more tight in midfield as well. Don't control the middle of the park, so it's quite exciting going
Right,
forward.
we're going to
100%. That's 100%.
yeah, we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one we'll come back to. Amar, thank you for joining us. Amar,
Yeah, good evening. Good
watch
evening.
the game?
Yes, I watched the game. It was on Mix. Yeah, I watched it
Yeah.
on Saturday, on Sunday. It was good. Yeah, we did what we had to do, didn't we? Leicester. I mean, we've known to they're improving team, but we did what we had to do, and we dominated from the off. And yeah, we didn't couldn't see too many chances. We could have had more than the 4 goals we scored. As Pinky was rightly saying, Beth missed a good chance which she normally should have just hit rather than didn't need to take a touch. She just hit it first time. But yeah, I mean, we did what we had to do. We were clinical, and yeah, okay, we considered a bit of a sloppy goal, but ultimately we were comfortable winners. And yeah, that's more like how we want us to play. We need to be more clinical going forward.
It wasn't the best, but I think we technically are moving forward back to what we used to. We got fantastic players here. It was I so get what I was a bit like Pinky that you think, oh, okay.
Oh, who cares about Slickridge and Lordy Lord, man? Sorry.
But yeah, it was. Yeah, you see certain lineups, but then we know also that certain players have had international duty. Some are not 100%. Also, I think, and I love variety for all the world, and I love people. Oh, listen, we all do it. We all call out whatever. We all love the Arsenal. But I think and I'm a huge fan of Renee. I think she's doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, she has.
Yeah, I'm not here to slate Renee off for one second. But what she did manage to do was get a very decent result. Yeah, the first half, it was okay. Next, the second half was better, and we know the substitutions that come on that make it better next. But also, she's been called out. I mean, oh God, am I pronouncing her name right? The American woman, Nisonga.
Nice Wonga, yeah, nice
Wonga,
Wonga.
sorry, that's really
Nice
bad.
Wonga, yeah.
Well, the poor woman.
No, that's all right. You're not far off. That's pretty good. Pretty close.
And I appreciate they've come in, especially when they've come from abroad. But yeah, it's kind of, you stick with your starting 11, don't you? Which, yeah, if you've got this, I work in a certain environment, and all right, we don't even have a starting 11. But you know, I've got a few people I can pick and choose from. And I'm not the boss of where I work, but I'm not second in command. So, yeah. But there's certain people that'll say, yeah, I want that person. You know, you can count on them. So that's where Renee's at,
Yeah.
isn't she? But once, yeah, like all players, and it's not like you, God forbid, ACLs and all that, but you get certain little injuries, and well, we've seen it in the men, and we do. Sorry, Matt, we do talk about the men's as well. We'll come on to that at the end of the show. But you kind of have to work round maybe minor injuries. And yeah, I think Leicester coming off an international break was very much like that, wasn't it? The start up, we were like, oh, okay, oh, that one's playing next. But well, it worked. What can we say? But yeah, we'll go back to Chelsea. Sorry, I've just prattled on.
Can I just add a snippet? I'm gonna have to disagree with you about the second half and the first half. The first half was good because we got momentum and we got control of the game. I think because of the tension, we came into the second half a bit more passive, and I don't know, all the players seemed a bit off in the second half. And I was told, not by anybody here, but on another chat, that I had an agenda against Chloe Kelly because I was just shocked at how easily she lost possession. Like every time she got onto the ball, another Leicester player could just take it off her so easily. And again, I understand that Chloe's job is not to be a defender; she's supposed to be attacking. But it was just so frustrating seeing her lose position so easily. So I called it out. But then all the other players, like Mead, as I mentioned earlier, she wasn't on top of it. She got an assist, but it wasn't her best game. Tina missed a few chances. I was criticizing everybody, but then for some reason, I had an agenda against Chloe Kelly, which makes no sense because I love Chloe Kelly and I think she's one of our best players. But at the same time, I'm going to call out if her performance isn't that good. Like I think every fan is allowed to do that. So the second half was poor, but then all of a sudden, like typical Arsenal, as soon as we get a smack on our butts, that's when they kick into gear and they do something. It's only when something bad happens do we feel that pressure and we think, okay, we need to wake up now. Which I think, again, we're going to talk about the men's later, but I think that's the difference between the women and the men's team is that the women need pressure to respond, whereas like the men's side, they kind of like choke under pressure at times. So like the pressure.
Do they? Do they?
Sorry, what you say, Pinky? And I've probably got an inkling of someone you're talking about. I may have got that wrong. But more importantly, on this show, we can be free to air our feelings. Nobody's going to chat. We all have an opinion. And I think you're actually very spot on. Yeah, all right, we can, dare I say, use the excuse of the international break. But yeah, there's no wrong or right, and I'll keep banging on about it. We ain't paid by the biggies. Next, we're just nice people here, have an opinion. We don't have an argument. Yeah, and sorry, can I just come in and chat here? Right, 170 Gunner, whatever you called. Shame on you. Do the same time as Slick, Rich, and Lordy. Right, okay. Sorry, I I'm really not one to have a hissy fit, but I'm very, very grateful for anybody who comes on this show as my regular panel as a guest. And I more than embrace people who come
That's
and
1
chat.
out of 10.
But please don't be rude. Because I know technically I know who you are, and I've been on the other channel. I used to actually be a guest. But don't be rude, because why come on here? Sorry, that's not nice, because we've got very good people here who just want to
Yeah.
give opinions. We're not being horrible, we're not being abusive. So come on
Do you
now.
know what? Can I come in there? You're one of the best.
Yes, please
You're,
do,
you're
Mark.
one of the best people I've met in my life, and they're very honest. So don't let people like that put a message in and rattle you. Back to the ladies' game. I watched it, and
Exactly.
Pinky, I want to get your opinion. When I watched this game, I saw
The Leicester game.
Yeah, the Leicester game. All I saw was the ball bouncing off our players' legs. They had no first touch whatsoever.
What did I say? And
I'm being serious on it. I'm like, this could have been. See, unless we get on top of that, Ange and Pinky and Matt and also Emma. I don't see how we will ever get anywhere near Chelsea. So, that was a major issue for me watching the game. I was very frustrated at it, and it could have been a lot more.
I mean, that was mostly in the second half. In the first half, it was primarily Stina's first touch that just wasn't there. And as I was
Russo as well. Russo was horrendous with the first touch.
But I think she made up for it because of the work rate that she produced throughout the game. So yes, her first touch and that assist that Stina had for Russo, that was completely accidental. That's because her first touch was so bad.
It was meant. It was meant.
No.
It was meant.
No, it was so
okay. I'm going to stop this here. We all know or next, whoever you vote for, whoever they vote for. Right, I know who my player of the match was.
Yeah.
Pinky, who was your player of the match?
I know you're going to say Stina.
Yeah, I'm biased.
And as I said, it just because of the work rate, like even though she didn't have her best game, but I think Alessia Russo really like she was just she was trying to control the midfield. She was doing what I think Kim Little should be doing more, but I guess she doesn't have the legs to do that as much. So she was like, there were so many moments where Russo would take the ball from within the opposition's half, drive it forward, and then I think she's the one that passed the ball to Mead, and then Mead had the assist for Stina that led to the third goal. So work rate wise, I would say Alessia Russo, but also I want to also give like a special shout out to Taylor Hines because
she was great.
I thought Hines was amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
But again,
the assist she got for.
Yeah, I would not play her on that side against Chelsea though. That's the thing. Again, I acknowledge that she was good having made that switch, but realistically speaking, with a more attacking side, it wouldn't work. So she held her own for Leicester, but I don't want her on that side against Chelsea. We need Fox on that side, and we need her on the left.
Sorry, can I just come into Matt here? Matt, thank you for being with us. I will introduce you properly very soon. Matt, who was your player of the match?
I'd have to go for Ria, but so I only watched the highlights. I didn't actually see the whole game. I think it's a good time to be an Arsenal fan. I remember when I was 93.
Yeah, 100%. It is 100%.
Fair enough.
100%.
In terms of exactly being professional and England winning the Euros twice, I just think we miss Leah Williamson's leadership in central defence because we do.
Yeah, we do.
Every time the ball comes into the box, we look a bit shaky. I love Kim Little. I think she needs to retire. Really, Beth Mead. I'm not a real big. I like Beth Mead, but I'm not really a big fan of hers. But probably my favourite player at the moment,
Yeah, I get that.
Callum Dentley, because I live in Spain at the moment, so she's a big thing, Callum Dentley over here.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
but I think I like Chloe Kelly as well. One of my favourite players has got to be Katie McCabe, because she's so fiery.
Yeah.
Like her attitude, and she's got a bit of.
Right, Matt, I'm going to call you out here. I'm a big fan of Katie McCabe.
Yeah.
Oh, she disappeared.
She's gone somewhere.
Oh, he
The
disappeared.
Republic.
Oh no, there she
Yeah,
is.
if anybody knows about Irish history, you know where
Yeah.
I come from. But we needed for us. We needed Katie Banger, and we could so do with it at Chelsea, couldn't we? Come on, we needed Katie Banger.
We'll manifest it. We'll manifest it.
Yes, we all need to do whatever.
However, so would you start Katie McCabe this weekend?
I'd probably start at left back. Yeah, I would.
Her tenacity, her fire, her whatever. Yeah, you're going to start Katie. Of course you are.
Totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Right,
She'll
the only
actually get.
sorry, I really don't want to interrupt. I want all you gorgeous people to speak. But the only thing I'm going to say, bit of a shocker moment coming. We love them for all the world, but there's a but coming. We don't want her to get sent off. But I'm still going to argue
No.
she needs to start and not get a red. If she gets a yellow, that's fine.
She hasn't gotten one in ages. She hasn't gotten one in ages.
We haven't had a red card in a long time. When was our last red card? I don't even remember.
We've done well.
Yeah. But again, I think the reason why, I'm assuming you're referring to the hat trick she scored for Ireland. I think because Katie McCabe pretty much is like the center of Ireland, she has that motivation to like crack on and work overtime. Whereas if you're in a team with like Arsenal, you have Russo, Tina, all these high quality players. It's like that weird thing where it's like, okay, if I'm not performing, somebody else can take control. You know, I don't have to be that attacking focus. I don't. She's not captain of Arsenal. She's captain of Ireland. So I think mentality wise, it's going to be very different. But again, the reason why I asked about the Taylor Hines McCabe thing, with regards to what I saw with Codina, I'm a bit conflicted now because I don't want Codina to start against Chelsea, but would I be confident with Katie Reid being there, considering she hasn't played at all in quite a while?
I would put Reid. I'd probably put Reid and Steph in centre back. Yeah, that's her best partnership,
had
isn't
an
it?
injury, and she's a very young girl, and obviously they're monitoring her, and she had a few minutes, whatever it was. I haven't written it down. I'm going to be confident and say Katie will come back on.
Despite her not playing throughout, she didn't play against Benfica. Remember that, right? She didn't play Benfica.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna throw her in for Chelsea. I want to see how Renee goes about this, because if I was Renee, I would be conflicted, because I'm thinking it's either Renee rested Reid for Leicester specifically for Chelsea, or she was just trying to see how Codina would fare. But because Codina didn't look the sharpest, she's probably thinking, "Oh, I have to start Katie on Saturday," which is going to be a huge ask. I think it's an even bigger ask compared to Man City when Katie was benched for Ruben Moy. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, you're gonna start. You're gonna bench Katie Reid against Man City, who are threatening. They beat us, fair play. But Chelsea's our biggest opposition. To put Katie there, I feel like it's gonna be a big ask. I'll be very. I don't know what decision she's gonna make, but it's a big decision that she's gonna have to make.
Right, sorry, can I just jump here? Anybody in the chat? I'm so grateful. Right, sorry, I misconstrued that totally. Sorry, I hold my hand up. No, 170 was saying, shame on yours, clash with riches. Okay, yeah, the other chat. Yeah, okay, that's cool, thank you. But 170, I'd really like you to join us next and join in the chat, because we're so happy when people can come in there. And Des, hello Des, thank you so much. Okay, yeah, right. What's the next thing I'm going to talk about? So we've done all that. Yeah, it is what it is. Sorry.
What are our predictions for Saturday? Are we brave enough to make one?
Jeez,
Well,
that's
I
tough, man.
sorry, in my notes I put the big one, Sky 12 o'clock, Chelsea at home, expectation. That's a good
Ooh.
word, isn't it?
Expectation, yeah. It's a toughie. It's a toughie.
I don't want to make one.
You're gonna have
I
to.
would,
You're gonna have to. Checking.
if we were playing solid football, if we were playing fluid and I was confident, then I would say, oh yes, absolutely. We should touch them, we should take them away, kick them out. But the thing is, I think they're facing us at a weird time. And the fact that we are at home, I feel like makes it worse because when we face opponents at home, I want us to be the most confident. I want us to say, yes, like we can do it. We were on our A game. But if we lose at home, like it's such a soul crushing. So it would be such a soul crushing result,
We've
and it will
seen
set
it
the
before.
Well, if we go, we can't. We
Horrible.
would be good 8 points behind. We 8 points off the pace, and then probably be the title already done and dusted, wouldn't it?
yeah.
Well,
But
that's
at the same time, I'm gonna have the same approach that I had against Benfica, where it's like, I don't care how you do it, just win.
do it.
If it's a dodgy
Exactly.
penalty,
Exactly.
if it's a weird corner, if there's an offside, I do not care. Just get the 3 points, steal it if you have to, and then we'll regroup next time. Even if it's the worst performance ever, we're parking the
Doesn't
bus,
matter.
and then
Parking
we
the bus. Not
saw
gonna park the bus.
like
Not gonna
I
park the
do
bus.
not care. Like even if it's the most boring piece of football, we'll see.
I
We'll
want
see
us to. I want us to be on the front foot, take it to them. You know, if you look the way London City had their chance against them, they haven't exactly been blowing teams away. Other teams have defended well, and I think I wouldn't say that they're for the taking, but we can be a bit clinical and just be a bit more solid. I think we can get a positive result.
I did.
Yeah, but then as you saw, Chelsea, they were shaky. I did watch that game. That Sam Kerr goal was just like a fluke of luck. Like up until that point, the pressure was
Well,
all
it's a
on
good
Chelsea.
finish, but it comes from a mistake from the defense. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. Like, if we win the game like that, where it's like we just have this moment of fortune,
Yeah.
then fair play. But I don't think we're at the stage where, like, even though Chelsea have been shaky, they are more
Yeah.
solid and more unified compared to us. Like, we don't even know
They are,
what our
but
strongest 11 is, whereas Chelsea have more or less an idea.
Do you know what?
That's why I'm saying we can't go.
Pinky, I'd come
Yeah.
back at this, right? See, honestly, and I'm really trying to dive into the women's game, and you're amazing, also. I really do appreciate you.
Oh, sorry. Can I just interrupt? My Colin's on. Thank you, Colin, darling. Oh, sorry.
I would, I really appreciate your the channel and what you're doing. But I honestly think, Ange, and Pinky, and all the panel, that there is see, like I know we're going to touch on the men, but see with the men, we're building an infrastructure where we're doing sustained winning over a long period of time.
yeah,
And I think the women just
exactly.
won the Champions League too early. So for me, when I'm watching
Yeah, I
them,
Really?
agree.
when I watch the women now, I just see all the cracks that are like in there. And I don't mean that in any kind of bad way, but there is so I just don't think that we are anywhere close to sustainable. Pinky, the last podcast that we did, we spoke about, I think it was Katie Reid, and how she had filled all her goals. I see that for running through the whole entire team. So beating Leicester at the weekend, I was not impressed the way that they played. So going into Chelsea, I we could raise our game, maybe do something, but I just we are not there for the long term with them. We really need to build.
And we will. The thing is, you say everything you said is spot on, right? And that's why I had to say with Amar, like, yes, Chelsea are there for the taking, but I don't think we are in that position. Like, I don't think we have what it takes to go pound for pound.
Yeah,
We still
100%.
need to build. We still need to implement Renee's system because, as we all agree, the Champions League. Yes, we won it, and yes, it was. Actually, I need to ask a very controversial question. I'll make a mental note. I won't ask it now, but it just reminded me.
Back to it.
We'll come back to it. We won the Champions League, great, but Renee still hadn't fully implemented her version of football and her style of play, her philosophy, and so that's going to take time. But the problem is, if this was Renee's first season and we were falling behind a little bit, I think there'd be more patience because we'd be thinking, okay, we're in the middle of a rebuild. Her first full year is in January, so she hasn't even been with us she hasn't been here.
October, wasn't it? Was it October last year?
Yeah, October.
So she was interim. She was interim, but she signed as like an official manager in January.
Yeah.
So
fine.
yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, if we hadn't won the Champions League and this was her first season, we'd be more patient. But because of the expectation, that's why our heads are like going, because we're thinking we just won the Champions League and now we're below Tottenham. How does that make sense? Like, that's where the frustration comes in, and it's valid, absolutely valid. We're supposed to have high standards. We're Arsenal, this, that, and the third. But I genuinely believe that Renee can build that foundation. What Emma Hayes did for Chelsea, where she built this foundation, pretty much allowed the likes of Sonia to just come in with the system that's already working and just take it a step her job.
So Pinky, to come back at that then, right? And I'm not trying to flip in between the men and the women. I do apologise for it. But I'll tell you one, the FA Cup with Emery's side after 6 months.
Yeah, he did.
And then we've just won the Champions League. Is that not the same kind of thing where the patience needs to be built? I see the first women team I ever watched, and it's not because I'm an Arsenal fan, was Arsenal. We had a Scottish forward, I can't remember her name, I'm not like totally clued up, but we were absolutely phenomenal. And we won everything.
Julie Fleeting, maybe.
It could have been, but we were phenomenal. And we won everything. So do you not think,
because of big acres,
yeah. So do you not think that maybe where we are at now there's a possibility this Champions League will hamper the women because we've just won it too early and people's expectations are crazy.
The thing is, it would, yes and no. And the reason why I say this is like the FA Cup, right, on the men's side, is not the same as like the Champions League on the women's side. It took us 18 years. It took 18 years to get to the final, right? And whereas the FA Cup, I think we won it. Like we won it at 17. The men's won it.
Yeah, I think it was still the holders. For the women's and the men's.
So it wasn't the same, but I think winning the league.
The analogy is pretty much the same. A new manager's come. Sorry,
the belief that they can
come in, you win something. And then there's a.
It's like you win the Champions League, Ange. That's the point I'm trying to make. You win the Champions League, it's like you're the greatest team in the world. Go and win the Premier League, but all of a sudden the foundations aren't there, and you're not going to do that.
Yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying. But and sorry, can I just bring our lovely new guest in, Matt? Sorry, can I just bring Matt in here? Matt, did you actually watch the women play the Champions League final?
I did, and they were solid. They literally, from my point of view, they were absolutely solid everywhere on the pitch. And they were every time one of the Barcelona players picked up the ball, they were on them straight away. And the level of concentration, I haven't seen that this season at all. They've been very sloppy with moving the ball around. Defensively, they're not solid. They're not in a. If you look at the men's team, they're not playing as a back four. They're sort of out of position. The midfield, in my opinion, the midfield needs to get a bit stronger. But when I watched the Champions League final, they were literally on it. Every time anywhere over the pitch someone got a ball, they pressed them. And they were quite lucky to get a goal. But Barcelona. Talking about your point about Arsenal going through a transitional stage, if you look at Barcelona, they've built their team over the last few years. And you go back to Arsenal under Vic Reeves when we were winning everything. That's before they turned professional. So I think we've got to give the Rennie Sledgers a lot more time and get her to get some of her players that she wants into the squad. I still think we need another centre back to go alongside Leah Williamson. I'm not sure about Holly. Is it Wooten? Whatever her name is, I can't remember her name now. I'm not 100% sure.
Casey Reed.
Yeah,
Woman boy.
Casey Reed.
Cordina.
No, Holly Wooten. Muboy or whatever her name is.
Wubbenmoy, Lotte Wubbenmoy. Lotte Wubbenmoy, yeah.
Oh,
I'm not so
you know
sure
what? We all love.
about
Sorry, I really want to call this out. We all love her loyalty. She's Arsenal through and through, but there's a but.
There's a
coming.
big but. Yes.
She chooses to stay with the Arsenal. We'll love her. I'm a sentimental old fool. Yes, I hold my hands out. Fact. But there's a but coming.
Huge but
we don't want her to be your starting 11.
Unfortunately, no. I agree.
It's harsh, but we do it with the men's, we do it with the women because
see when we played when what happening against City, she cost us 10 as well. So
well, yeah.
I don't see her starting for England anytime soon either.
Oh, it won't happen. Come on. And listen, I'm a huge fan of Serena. And it's a hard job to do when you're
what Colin said, Renee crossed the biggest line, and it is the biggest line. Like a lot of people will say it was luck, it was this, it was that, but 18 years to get to a final, right? You were only there for less than a year. And I think that's why
to win it.
I think we'll only know for sure if, for example, Renee stays here for the next 5 years, like the same way Arteta.
You need long. Do you know what? Sorry, can I just cut you off there? I technically have started. I started to call Arteta out. I hold my hand up. I'm not a keyboard warrior. I do it privately. I don't put it on the big airways. I'm not a horrible person, but I questioned it greatly. But what I'm seeing now with the men, I think, shut up, Ange. They ain't paying you. What do I know? And he's had his longevity. Let him do his stuff. And I truly, we'll go back to the men.
The trophies are coming. The trophies are coming for the men. The trophies are coming for the men.
You know what? I hope so. We got lucky with the first, and I love my FA Cup. Sorry. Fact, I love my FA Cup. End of. Men, women.
I don't think it was luck, to be honest with you.
I truly hope for Arteta, and we'll go back to Renee in a sec because we are a women's show, but I truly, truly hope that he can get something a little bit more.
Okay,
we will. I think we can win the quadruple this season.
Well, hopefully he'll get the league.
I think we can win the quadruple this season the way we're playing. Why not?
Oh, shut up.
Absolutely not. Why not? Look at our defense. It's world class.
You can dream.
It's absolutely world class.
But
who knows? Who am I? Next.
Quadruple is very much possible.
The reason why I think I'm a bit on the more pessimistic side is because, not to assume, but I'm assuming that I'm the youngest out of the panel here. I was 1 year
young girl. Of course you are.
I was 1 year old. No, not one. Well, 2.5 years old when Arsenal were invincible.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what football was, what it meant, whatever. And I grew up in a house of Liverpool fans. So being the only Arsenal fan amongst Liverpool fans and having Man United family members, you can imagine the kind of childhood I had, where supporting Arsenal is just heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak. So I can't believe anything until I see it happen. You guys saw it happen, haven't? And that's the difference. That's how my mentality is like. Unless he wins us something,
fair enough.
I'm not saying anything. So that's when
he's going to.
If he doesn't win us something,
he's going.
If he does, then fine.
He's going to. He's going to. Don't worry, he's going to. He's going
Pinky,
to.
I'm going to write to him personally and tell him, our Pinky, the Durban Diamond knows she wants you.
I
This
promise
Arteta
you,
train,
if we
I'll
win
swear
this
to God, I'll
season,
take everybody down. I'll take everybody down when it comes to Arteta. Arsenal men are a way to dominate English football. English football.
I think they can. Yeah, I think they
dominate.
can go on and dominate if we continue the way they're going. Let's see.
we'll see.
Oh,
I'm
That's
sorry,
telling
can
you.
I just interrupt here? Sorry, guys, because Colin's talking and we don't get many people in chat. Right, Renee crossed the biggest line. She definitely deserves some time to work with things out. Yeah,
Definitely.
spot on.
No.
And Colin, I so get what you're saying because I'm still on the fence with Arteta, and Arteta crosses the same line that Renee crossed. I'll be his biggest fan. Well, do you know what? I've questioned, all right, Renee hasn't been around long enough, but I have certainly, nobody can dispute Arteta's passion for the club because I'm an old lady.
No.
I didn't grow up as an Arsenal supporter. I acquired Arsenal for about half my lifetime, but I have become not always the most passionate fan, and I hate that word, supporter, but I've always been there in some form. I'm still here. Next. For the men and the women and the academy, although I don't really do much with the academy next, sorry. No. But, you know, I'm Arsenal. And I'm sorry, what am I trying to say here? I'm not questioning Renee. I'm sure she'll come good. We're going to stick with her. Hopefully the club will next. Get something, keep him happy. But, yeah, for Arteta, he's had his time. What is it now? 5 years?
6 years.
It's going to be 6 years in December.
It's going to be
The
6
19th.
years.
Okay. And he got lucky. He got lucky with that FA Cup.
I know, yeah. He still won it, though. Yeah, fine. Mm-hmm.
But he needs something bigger.
No, it's coming.
And
Angie, be careful with what you're about to say because I'm the men. I live and breathe this shit. So seriously, be very careful what you're about to say. But continue.
No, my dad, right, because when Arteta was appointed, I remember telling my dad, I thought to myself, he's never been head coach, though. Like, yes, he can be the assistant to Pep Guardiola, and at that time, 20 is like the biggest thing since. But being the head is very an assistant, and I would have appreciated it if he was like the head coach of like Villarreal or Everton, like starting off somewhere. Like when you look at Adoni Iraola, he hasn't won anything with Bournemouth. But if he was given the job with Arsenal, I would say, okay, fair play, because we've seen him with being the head of a Bournemouth team, taking them to where they are now. Not to say they're going to challenge for the title, but they've been doing really well.
That's Bournemouth. That's Bournemouth, though. Yeah, that's Bournemouth.
No, but Amar, do you understand what I mean?
He has been, yeah.
The thing is, it's like
he
lost
sort of,
key players.
Can I just jump in on that?
Players, yeah. Go ahead, Matt.
Just talk about Mikel Arteta.
Big player to replace him.
What Mikel Arteta has done, something no Arsenal manager has done since Wenger arrived. Now, what he's done, he's brought Arsenal fans together because
he has 100%.
Before, obviously, when Emery was appointed, then you had Wenger. Fans were divided. Now there's a certain pride in wearing a shirt again. Everyone's coming together as a community. You go to Emirates, a fan base back together, and that's the most important thing. The other most important thing that I find great about him is going back to when I was a boy, obviously growing up in the late 80s, early 90s. We had, look at what I call the class of 85. You had David Rocastle, Perry Grace Merce, the whole lot. We've now got coming back into the club. We've got people like Miles Lewis-Skelly, brilliant. So maybe Arteta hasn't won anything, but he's brought the club back together, and he's made Arsenal. He's made Arsenal title challenges.
He has.
And he gets a lot of years. He's done more than most managers. And also, what people forget is at Barcelona. So he started his apprenticeship at Barcelona. And with Barcelona, they actually have an education in football management. And when he was at Rangers, when he was at Everton, and he spent time with Arsene Wenger, obviously Pep Guardiola. He was in that Barcelona team. He was with Guardiola. Romario, you had Ronaldo and Nazario there. So he was around all these top players and top coaches of Barcelona. So he's had the football education, and that's what people forget. I think a bloody amazing job. And I was on the fence with him. We got a point. I was like, what are we doing? What were we doing? We should get someone in with more experience.
Do you know what, Matt?
That. But now I make my own work.
Do you know what, Matt? Yeah, Matt, do you know something? I hated Arteta as a player. I'm Scottish, and he played for Rangers. You mentioned that. No, I hate him. I don't want him to be captain of Arsenal Football Club. He played for Glasgow Rangers. I hate Rangers. So you point that out. It's been a slow build-up, and it's taken almost 6 years for Arteta to do what he's currently doing. We're stacked in defence. Every single thing that this guy is doing is absolutely shocking. It's better than Pep Guardiola. It's better than Klopp. It's better than any manager out there. Currently, we have the best men's squad, and I use the word squad, than the whole of freaking Europe. We have currently 78 forwards out. 7 to 8 forwards out. And look where we are right now.
Yeah, true.
Arteta is doing it his way, 100%. So I'm 100% behind him. 1,000,000% behind him, actually. And we're on for greatness. We're a way to walk the fucking league. We're a way to walk the fucking league. Oh no! I'm telling you.
I'm not going to say that. I don't think it's going to be as easy as I have.
No.
I guarantee you will have a dip.
One game at a time.
This is Arsenal.
I am. Listen, it's not what. It's a
Arsenal never ever do anything.
Matt, I suffer being an Arsenal fan. It's a walk in the park for me. It is a walk in the park for me. I'm telling you. April champions, flares going off. I'm saying, I'm telling you, I'm setting flares off in my house. There's going to be fire alarms going off. There's sprinklers going off. There's going to be carnage. Fire alarms going out the window. It's going to be absolutely crazy.
As the old saying goes, though, one game at a time. One game at a time.
Like, I can't even think that far. I can't even think that far because every single time, March, April, for the last 3 years, for the last 3 seasons, March and April was when the crumble happened. So if we get to April and we're still confident and we're strong, we're solid, the injuries are not affecting us, we're not having dodgy referee decisions, then I can't even think about celebrating because I haven't seen anything.
Pinky, 23-24, right? We go into the season. We have a horrendous start. We're doing clusters of games. Southampton, West Ham, maybe Brentford, I forget.
Yeah.
We're drawing games or we're losing.
22-23, I think that was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Was it? No, I think it was 23-24.
Okay.
Then we go in the second half of the season and we win 16 of the last 18 games.
True.
No, so 17 of the last 18 games. We only lose to fucking Villa in that game, and it was sandwiched in between Bayern Munich.
That cost us the league. That cost us the league,
this I'm telling you, we are not losing to Southamptons. We are not losing to Brentford. We are not losing to West Hams. We're beating them. We're blocking up. They can't even. They're not even getting shot on goal.
Yeah, they
I
can't.
am loving this.
That's
We're
right.
not
One
even
shot.
in
Was it one shot on
second
goal?
gear. We're currently in second gear. I am telling you, I'm more done players. Honestly, I'm more done players. And it's not even December. I'm more done players, fireworks, everything. It's going to be carnage. I'm going down to the parade. I've been letting the flares off in the train on the way down to London.
Sorry, Mark. Can I just jump in here? And I don't know about you, Matt, Amar.
Yeah.
We're all technically English, but I don't know about you, Matt. I shouldn't be presuming because I've got a bit of a dual nationality going on here. But it goes back to international duty.
Yeah.
You listen to our
I'm England,
Mark talk here. Scotland should so be there. That passion, you can't fault it, can you? Scotland should so be there, but unfortunately they get a bit unlucky next. But that passion is just amazing, isn't it?
I mean,
It
Well,
certainly is, and that's what
you've all shut up now.
No, he's got the passion, and a lot of fans
I'm
got the
not
passion.
sure.
They let the passion out.
We need to let the passion out. I swear to God, I'm going to be on a train getting kicked off in Yorkshire with flares going off, like losing the head because I'm heading down to London to lift the Champions League in the Premier League, bro. I'm all in. I'm all in. I'm all in. I'm all in.
Oh, bless.
we can
Right, anyway,
dream.
okay.
We can
Only, I
dream.
think personally,
I'm not dreaming. It's
personally, I think the only thing
happening.
that can stop
I
us.
am ordering the flares and the fireworks.
Right, sorry. I need to call time. I'm chair here. Right, anyway, back to Chelsea. Sorry, we've totally got off track. It's absolutely brilliant. The expectation. Win, draw, lose.
Win.
Women's.
Win.
Win.
2-1.
Okay.
Win 1-0.
2-1.
Sorry, Matt.
I think he said win 1-0, didn't he?
1-0 to the Arsenal. Russo header.
All right, okay, that's cool. Pinky, my
Russo.
darling,
Ooh.
be honest.
Come
on, David.
Dodge 1-0 win to the Arsenal.
Dodgy.
Okay, yeah,
Dodgy.
that's fine. We take it. I'm totally. Oh God, I hate doing predictions. I never get them right.
Oh, just don't do it then.
Yeah, I just don't do it. Shut up, Ange. And I'm. Really
I'm joking. Go on, be bold. Go.
No. Me and Emma, we're like brother and sister. Next, it's all good. I'm really not the biggest fan of Chelsea. More men than women, but near enough even. Yeah, I really don't like them. Expectation, the 1-0, if you can just do it. Sorry, I can't remember who said it, but the whole thing about, like we did with Barcelona, defend, and get Stina on. Produce your magic.
Chloe.
Proper striker, number 9, whoever. I don't give a shite. Next. Okay, I'm going to do a quick bit of academy news because our Emerson's not in here. Oh, what's Colin said? 7-0 to the Arsenal. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, cheers, mate.
Just a quick one. I think Matt said our luckiest thing about Barcelona was the fact that we got the goal. Our luckiest thing was that Stina was onside. That was the most.
Yeah, you're right there.
Yeah. I'm not going to tell my kids about that. The fact that Stina Blackstenius was onside. If that goal was scored,
I watched it, and all I was thinking, shit, sorry, I shouldn't swear, but shit, I thought, please let her be onside. And I thought, nobody's saying nothing. We've done it.
If it was Russo that scored it, I would have been relaxed. But because Stina scored it, I was like, oh, Stina must be offside.
You're right.
Yeah, but I mean, give credit to the pass from Beth, man. That assist from Beth was different gravy, man. That was a sensational pass.
It was written in the Stina stars. End of. I'm just happy. Anyway, Academy news very briefly because our Emerson's not in here. Where are you, Emerson? Next, under 18s, Aston Villa. Oh, that was very shameful. Oh no, sorry, I got that wrong. We were playing away. Yeah, we scored 6. There was Marley Frohook and somebody O'Neill, because I'm not Irish enough and I can't pronounce the surname next. But yeah, they had a good win for the under-18s. Under-19s, the Youth League, which is like the younger version of the Champions League, and Slava Prague. They got 5 and I also got 1, and it's the O'Neill geezer, Northern Irish lad again. So, yeah, whatever. There's something else I want to come on to while we're on here. Mary Earps. And the reason I talk about her, because she was very, very heavily linked before we got Daphne.
Yes.
Oops, Ange has a potty mouth. What do you mean, Colin? Thank you for being in chat, Colin. Love you for all the world, mate. Thank you. But yeah, what do we think about Mary Earps? Because she was very heavily linked to us. I'm going to put my 2p in for what it's worth. I haven't read the book, so I shouldn't be judgmental, but I've seen the highlights because they're aired on whatever platform. I don't particularly like what I've read. And
I think the
only
reaction.
reason I'm not a fan.
I think the reaction to the whole thing has maybe been a little bit over the top as well. Personally, I mean, I know she probably didn't mean what she said about Hannah, but you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion at the end of the day, aren't they?
Sorry, I was going to say I'm not a fan of Hannah Hampton, as in a Chelsea player, because she's so damn good. But she certainly turned up for the Lionesses. I've actually warmed to her, and I'll try and switch off from being Arsenal supporter when I'm doing the Lioness bit. End of. And I'm not a big fan, but fair play to Sonia von Pasta. She has stuck up for her player.
Yes.
Serena's very tight-lipped, which quite rightly she should be. But sorry, what I'm trying to say is, dare I say it, I'm on Facebook. I see predominantly it's always women. Don't air your dirty laundry in public. Next.
It's a fair
Don't
point.
do it because people will misconstrue it and you're trying to get that bigger audience. And I'm going to openly call out, I used to be on something else. We had a bit of a falling out, but we ain't going to talk about that. Next. I've moved on. Hopefully that person's moved on. Next. Don't air it in public. You can talk about it privately with your trusted sources, but don't do it in public.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, whereas I really am into goalkeepers, men and women, I like big, strong personalities as well as good goalkeeping skills. But it has slightly put me off her. But fair play. I haven't read the book. I ain't going to next. But sorry, Matt, what's your opinion on that?
Well, I think it's very irresponsible, and I think it's let a lot of people down because she's a role model, especially for women's football, especially young girls.
Thank you.
And I think she's unprofessional, and I feel for Hannah Hampton. She's done nothing wrong, and I honestly think there's a bit of jealousy there because obviously she's been replaced. And I know I'm not being too biased or anything, but it's a bit bitchy on her behalf. And she slagged off Serena Wiegman as well. It's almost like she's throwing all her toys out the pram. For someone, if you look at a professional football player, whether it's men's or women's, they're a role model. They've got to show people, how to behave. And then she's on, I think I saw her the other day on BBC giving an interview, and I was like, you just totally, all my respect I have you just gone out the window now. I thought you were a top goalkeeper. I was a bit sad she didn't come to Arsenal because obviously I thought we would get to her, but after this, I've kind of lost all respect, and I think as a role model, she should be embarrassed.
Yeah, no, personally, that is my full sentiments. Amar, where are you on this?
Yeah, I mean, I've given my opinion already. I think maybe she shouldn't have been so public about what she said about Hannah and about Serena, but as I said, she's entitled to opinion, and maybe I think it's been misinterpreted slightly, maybe all the comments that she made towards them. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know whether I will read the book. I know there's people that will, but, yeah, I mean, it's everyone's entitled to their opinion ultimately, aren't they? Yeah.
Listen, that's fair play. It's fair play. But unfortunately, when you go out in public,
Yeah,
Uh,
true.
to a degree, if people don't agree with it, you will get chastised for it.
Yeah, you will.
Oh,
You
listen,
will.
we're out there now, and if anybody else is tuning in but doesn't happen to be on the chat and they want to, I'm hosting the show, and they personally want to come at me, well, please do, and I'll answer you as best as I can. But you're putting opinions out there. I'm not saying she's some awful, terrible person. Probably
No.
just saddened and disappointed. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
best I can
Yeah.
say. And
Yeah.
sorry, Pinky, where are you on this with her?
I'm gonna play a little bit of devil's advocate here.
Yeah, go on.
First of all, I do plan on reading the book, but I called the bookstores in and around Durban. And you know what they told
Mm.
me? This book will
What?
only be available for me to purchase next year. So
What?
Oh.
not
Next year?
next year. Yeah, because because the book, since the book is not like massively sold, there's different ranges of books. Like when you publish a book and it's outside of like another country, there are certain regions where they'll have huge mass productions. Like obviously the UK, I'm assuming Scotland, Ireland, and all of them have those mass licenses. So bookstores will all like have these
Mm.
mass like publications and production and distributions in the country. South Africa was not one of those countries that was listed for for that book.
Oh,
So
that's
they
unfortunate.
would have to directly import that one copy, but it
Oh.
would cost
Mm.
me a fortune. So they said the only way they would have it matched. So that's my only opportunity to read it is next year. Unless, of course, I get somebody to send me like a dodgy PDF. The devil's advocate part. When people
We'll try.
say she shouldn't have said anything or she should have been more mindful, at the end of the day, these rumors were speculating anyway. Like as soon as she retired, people
Mm.
were saying, oh, she's just jealous because she was benched. She's this. All of these narratives were already out there. So what she did was essentially reignited because when after England won, those conversations died down a bit because everybody was happy and celebrating. Yes, those comments brought it up again, but they were still there. And I was watching the interview she had with Leanne Sanderson, and
Mm.
Sanderson said, well, did you need this book because you didn't have a voice during that time? And Mary Earps pretty much said, yes, I needed this book to share my voice because I didn't have it at the time and I couldn't say much because the tournament was just about to happen. So if she came out with all of this during the Euros, it would have been worse. It would have been an even bigger distraction than it already was. So I respect Mary Earps for waiting because I'm assuming this book was like long in the making, right? It wasn't
Mm.
something that she thought
Mm.
of immediately. So the fact that she waited for this release until after the tournament, I have to respect that. We have to give her credit for that. But also, I feel like the statements that she wrote was not even a dig at Hampton, but more at Wiegman. Because
Mm.
let's not pretend that we had no idea that Hannah Hampton did have that reputation. Like Carla Ward, when she was at Aston Villa, they were talking about her having attitude problems. She was left out of the England squad prior because of those same things. Now, she was 19, 20, you're young, you make mistakes. That's fine. I think Mary Earps would have acknowledged that and said, yeah, she's a young player, it's going to take her time for her to mature and all of that. I saw those words as more of an attack on Wiegman. I don't think it was really an attack on Hannah Hampton because, again, everyone can acknowledge that she was just a kid. She was basically a kid. She was still learning. You know, time will eventually prove itself. And when it comes to, I saw a comment, somebody say like, oh, Mary Earps should not have mentioned Hannah Hampton. She shouldn't have spoken about the bad behavior. She's reopening rumors and harming Hannah Hampton's career. But the thing is, if she didn't add that context, then people would have said, oh, she's just mad because she's replaced. End of story. She handled the fact that she was replaced. But I think she felt she needed to add that bit of context to say, I'm confused. It's not that I'm number two, and being number two is hard anyway. But the fact that it was a number two to somebody who had been, by her standards, the worst example. Like if she was number two to Keating, right? I think it's Kiara Keating, right? The Man City boy, right? I think it would have been a different response because I haven't heard any speculation or controversy surrounding the Man City goalkeeper. It is Kiara Keating, right? I'm not
Yes,
mispronouncing
it is. It is Kiara
Yeah.
Keating. Yeah.
So if it was
Yeah.
her, I don't think it would have had the same effect because I think Mary Earps would have been disappointed that she's second. But because it's to someone who hasn't really been controversial, who seems to be a team player. I mean, I've seen her
Yeah.
on the bench for England. She's still a happy chappy, a team player all round. I think it would have been a lot different. But because of the nature in which Hannah Hampton has been on camp, to be benched in that manner, I have to feel for her a little bit, right? I do. But also, um, I feel for athletes. There's no safe space. I say, yeah, I agree with you, Colin. I do. I do. It doesn't make the individual bad. You're absolutely right. Like some people will say Mary Earps has tarnished her legacy, and you're more than allowed to feel that way. You have every right, especially if you're an English fan and you've seen her as a role model. She definitely let you down. I don't dispute that. But where I kind of look at it, I look at it the same way as Farrah Williams, right? Of all the pundits,
God.
I dislike Farrah Williams to the highest order.
I think
She's a Liverpool
Yeah, I get that.
legend, and she played for Arsenal, but all she does is say negative things about Arsenal. Like I feel like
Yeah,
you have
thank
to
you.
threaten her against her will to say something positive about Arsenal. But if I were to see her in public, I would shake her hand and say, thank you for the FA Cup in 2016, 2017? Thank you for the FA Cup. I respect you. Thank you for your service. Because I think to myself, yes, I don't like this person as an individual, but they served my club, the club that I love
Yeah,
more than anything. So that's it. So if I was an English fan, right? I'm South African, Banyana first, but I am like a second-hand Lioness fan. Mary
Second
Earps,
hand.
yes, you've been controversial, but honestly, thank you for your service. And I saw a tweet saying that there was going to be an honorary, there was going to be a moment of honoring Mary Earps, but then Mary Earps declined for some reason. I still think we need to have that moment because, again, yes, it's
Well, I
disappointing
personally
what
think
she
it was
did,
at the
the
moment,
controversy.
but
Like,
oh, she won the
yeah.
BBC
So that's where I
Sports thing,
stand.
Nick.
Yeah, sports personality. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, sports personality. Oh, listen, Pinky, listen, you've been more than generous. That's your point of view, and we'll have a different take on it. And sorry, I'm going to have to wrap this up shortly. But I just want to bring Matt back in because, Matt, I found you on Facebook and it was on we're on the Arsenal fans, whatever it's called.
Arsenal Women's Fans, I think, wasn't it?
Sorry, Matt.
I'm on so many groups, I can't remember.
Oh, yeah, thank you. And yeah, they're very good actually. And thank you for coming on tonight. But you're building a new platform, aren't you?
And thank you for having me. So, yes, this is a new platform. It's called Arsenal Fever. So the actual link to it is Arsenal hyphen. It's pretty much no other sports team has what I've developed or I'm developing in the world. So it's going to be a first. It's a community in the United States or North America,
Okay.
South Africa, or in Australia. It's bringing the whole community together. When you log in at the moment, you can create a profile, you have groups, you have live chat in the groups, there's the Invincibles Challenge. There's going to be lots of games in there. There's going to be an Emirates Stadium. There's a marketplace where people can sell.
Nice.
It's just a place where everyone, I mean, I'm an Arsenal through and through. I was born Arsenal back in England in 1982. My dad was a blood, but Arsenal saved my life when I was a kid going for a run. This is
Yeah,
something
we
about
got Spurs.
literally. I want every single person to come to this community, every Gunner, and a really bad place at the moment, and people are going to have a bad time. I'm in Spain, you know, things are going really bad. And you can just talk about a club you love. It's going to have, it's got like a TikTok. There's no other sports team. I've checked it. It doesn't matter whether it's basketball in the United States, baseball, football, cricket, rugby. No one's got it. And this is the place. I'm going to build it, and it's going to take off.
Thank you.
Software engineers, hell of a lot of programming. But yeah, as many people get on there, test it out, break it. I just want to build a big community of fans where it'd be the number one place to go for Arsenal, because Arsenal.com has not got this. It'd be big for them as well, because you've got all your Arsenal fans in one place. But the mobile app and iOS app hopefully will be out in the next few weeks. It takes all the best social media bits, their platforms, puts in one place, but adds lots of other stuff as well. And I want everyone to come together, every Gunner to come together, put their feedback in, and then they might even take off and be a multi-million pound whatever, and it might create jobs. But it's just about bringing Arsenal for love. As you probably can tell, I'm not an Arsenal nutcase. So, and it's also in memory of David Rocky Rocastle, for those of you who died in 2001 of cancer. So to him, I've been trying to get hold of Righty, but he's not answering at the moment. Everyone will get on board and just jump on it and help this community, because there's nothing like it. You know,
listen, we'll certainly support you. Sorry, Matt.
Real Madrid.
Yeah, Matt, please come on again. Come and join us.
I'm more than happy to be a guest. I'm more than happy to jump on any time. I can talk about Arsenal 24/7 and bore you to death. So
yeah, thank you. Thank you. We haven't talked about the men tonight, but they're doing really well, wouldn't they? They're top of the league.
I mean, I watched the women in '93. I started watching them. I watch football. It doesn't matter whether it's men, women, or even the youth. Anything to do with Arsenal, I watch. So
one Arsenal.
Yeah, exactly. There's only one club, Arsenal, and hopefully on the platform there will be hopefully live games. If I can get Arsenal.com to let me have access, maybe to pay a little bit of money, and you can watch the games. So I'm hoping that really takes off. And what are your thoughts about having a platform that where it's similar like this, that all Gunners can go to and do all this kind of stuff? I mean,
it's good. That's good.
Do you know what I really like? Yeah, the football's football. Yeah, we all come together because we like the football, we like the club. But I really like the way you talked about people who are struggling, going through some issue, whatever it is, that we got this wonderful, and the other week before the international break, myself and Pinky got very passionate about hate generally, be it prejudice, homophobic, whatever, you know what I mean? And you want this platform where people can feel safe and just be who they are and not be judged.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's going to be.
This is what Arsenal. Sorry,
there's no point. Everybody can see what
to sell us. Well, let's see if it really happens.
I
don't think Arsenal have tried to do this. It's just an idea I have. So. What is it? I'm in the middle of light. Yeah, I'm in the. Yeah, okay, thanks. Thank you. I'll be back down. So that's my daughter. Sorry.
Hello.
I'm hoping that the platform itself will allow. It doesn't matter, because I know there's a lot of men on Facebook, especially a bit. Women's football, this, that, and the other. We don't want them on TV. We don't want them commentating on men's games.
Yeah, I know.
I just want. This is a football platform for Arsenal fans to talk about Arsenal, and I can see everything. So if anybody does anything, the platform, and hopefully a junior little people, but at the moment, I'm hoping that I get a really good response, and people little videos, people at Emirates, or have live debates. There's going to be match rooms where people can talk about match. You can create pages, live videos, a lot. It's going to be epic.
Okay.
But see, bit
Well,
like
there
Arsenal
you
winning
go.
the
Emma, are you
wait.
going? Emma, are you
See.
going to Chelsea?
I am. I
on
will be. I
Saturday?
will be. Yes.
Yeah,
will be.
because obviously I'm not.
Yeah.
I'll do the Liverpool game, but we can do little videos. We can
Yeah,
see.
we
Yeah.
could,
So
absolutely.
I
when we go.
I'll drop you a link to the website. Share it. Any problems is directly on the website, and please use
Yeah.
it because the feedback will be awesome. I need people
Cool.
creating groups and members on there. At the moment, Chrome and stuff like that. But hoping that this 2 weeks time, you've got the iOS version and you've got the. You can just log into it and just do what they want. As I say, I'm going to get Emirates virtual tour and let me know. They go worldwide, take off, make quite a bit of money. We can put that back into the community and get people jobs. Great that we've got. I know you've got like Arsenal AFTV and yourselves and other places like that, but I want everyone. Hopefully, Arsenal might step up and actually take notice. That there's nothing like this, and this is the first of its kind.
Yeah, cool. Good luck to you, mate.
Well, to be fair, these guys have been doing it for quite a while. I've known, Mark I've known more recently, Richard and Des, who have been doing this for quite a long time with the North Bank, and they've been trying to do a women's show. And I just thought, yeah, let's go for it. Let's promote the women. And obviously, lovely Pink, who I've known for a couple of years now, and Amar I've known for probably about a year, maybe.
Yes,
I don't know. It doesn't matter. We're all very dear friends,
Yes, we
and
are.
it's just brilliant to be on there as well as we are in private.
Talking about
Cool.
is making friends and chatting about anything from the colour of his shirt
Yeah,
to
it is.
boots,
And also, I
aim
run a
goals,
very
free
small.
kicks, or corner
Sorry,
kicks, all that
I
stuff. So
run. Okay, don't eat. Yeah, I
Sorry, go
run a
ahead.
very small WhatsApp group, but it's just about talking. It's not always about the Arsenal.
No,
as well.
exactly. Yeah, it is.
But anyway, right, guys, I'm
Exactly.
going to have to finish this
Yes,
off now.
that's fine. Thanks very much
so
for having us. Take care.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yeah,
Thank
traders
you.
on.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you
I was
very
going to
much.
say,
Take care,
traders
bye.
on. Take care, guys.
Yeah, go and watch the traders.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
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 Hey, right, we're off.